Rich Dad Poor Dad Explained: 8 Lessons to Master Wealth and Success. Welcome to Motivation for Everyday Living, your ultimate destination for inspiration, personal growth, and financial wisdom. Today, we dive into the timeless classic Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, a book that has transformed millions of lives by teaching how to think like the rich and master financial success. Imagine living a life where your money works for you instead of you working endlessly for money. Sounds like a dream, right? In this video, we're breaking down 8 powerful lessons from this game-changing book that will inspire and motivate you to take control of your finances and achieve true freedom. So, grab a notebook, because these lessons could be the breakthrough you've been waiting for. Let's get started. Lesson 1. The rich don't work for money. Don't chase money, let money chase you. Most people live paycheck to paycheck, trapped in a cycle of working harder and harder just to make ends meet. They trade their time and energy for money, believing that the solution to their financial problems is earning more. But here's the truth that Rich Dad shared. Money alone doesn't solve financial struggles. It's how you think about and use money that makes the difference. Rich Dad believed that working solely for money creates financial dependency, where you're always at the mercy of your employer or circumstances. Instead, he encouraged developing a mindset where money works for you. The wealthy prioritize building assets, things that generate income consistently, over working for a paycheck. They understand that relying on active income alone is like running on a treadmill. No matter how fast you go, you're stuck in the same place. Kiyosaki gives a compelling example. While Poor Dad encouraged him to find a stable job with good benefits, Rich Dad urged him to ask a different question. How can I create income streams that will continue to pay me whether I work or not? This shift in perspective is what separates the rich from everyone else. How you can apply this today? It all starts with a change in mindset. Begin by looking at your income sources and identifying opportunities to create assets. Assets don't have to be big at first. They can be small investments, side hustles, or even skills that increase your earning potential. For example, if you save a portion of your paycheck each month, instead of spending it on liabilities like the latest gadgets or designer clothes, invest it in something that grows in value. Stocks, mutual funds, and real estate are great starting points. If you have a passion, consider turning it into a side business that generates passive income over time. Remember, the goal isn't to abandon your job immediately. It's to use it as a foundation to build something greater. Your current paycheck can be a stepping stone to acquiring assets that eventually replace your active income. Picture this. Every dollar you save and invest is like planting a seed. With time, care, and patience, that seed grows into a tree that bears fruit year after year. The earlier you start, the sooner you'll enjoy the rewards. Motivational insight. It's not about how much money you earn. It's about how much money you keep and how hard that money works for you. Think of yourself as the CEO of your financial life. Ask yourself, am I building a legacy of wealth, or am I just surviving? Even if you're living paycheck to paycheck, you can start small. Begin by tracking your expenses to identify unnecessary spending, then redirect those savings into something that builds your future. Take inspiration from Kiyosaki's journey. He didn't start out wealthy, but by changing his mindset and taking consistent action, he broke free from financial dependency. And so can you. The first step is believing that you're capable of more. The second step is taking action today. The rich don't work for money because they've learned how to make money work for them. Let this be your mantra as you embark on your journey to financial freedom. What action will you take today to start building your financial future? Let us know in the comments section. Lesson 2. Financial education is the key to success. What you know about money determines how far you go in life. In today's world, knowledge is the ultimate currency, and financial education is the foundation of wealth. Traditional schools teach us many subjects, but few, if any, focus on money management, investment strategies, or building wealth. As a result, most people grow up equipped to work for money, but not to understand or control it. Rich Dad stressed that the lack of financial education is why many people struggle financially, regardless of how much they earn. They fall into the trap of buying liabilities, things that cost money over time, thinking they are assets. For example, buying an expensive car might seem like a symbol of success, but it's actually a liability unless it generates income, e.g., as a rental car. The wealthy, on the other hand, deeply understand the difference between assets and liabilities. They use this knowledge to make smarter decisions, growing their wealth instead of wasting it. Rich Dad's mantra was simple yet profound. The rich buy assets, while the poor and middle class buy liabilities, thinking they are assets. This shift in understanding is critical to breaking free from financial struggles and achieving long-term success. How you can apply this today? Becoming financially educated doesn't require formal schooling. It's about seeking knowledge and taking the time to learn. Start by familiarizing yourself with the basics of personal finance: budgeting, saving, investing, and understanding debt. For instance, learn how to read and interpret financial statements, such as income statements and balance sheets. These tools help you evaluate your financial health and make informed decisions. Ask yourself, am I spending money on things that grow my wealth or drain it? Begin with small, actionable steps. Start tracking your expenses to see where your money is going. You might discover areas where you can cut back and redirect those funds toward assets like stocks, index funds, or even a high-yield savings account. Take advantage of free resources like personal finance books, YouTube channels like this one, and podcasts. There's a wealth of information available, often at no cost, to help you grow your knowledge. Also, don't hesitate to consult financial advisors or mentors who can guide you. Imagine this. Each piece of financial knowledge you gain is like adding a brick to the foundation of your financial house. Over time, you'll build a fortress that protects and grows your wealth. Motivational insight. Think of financial education as your ticket to freedom. The more you know about money, the more control you have over your life. You'll no longer be at the mercy of circumstances, bad decisions, or unexpected financial crises. Instead, you'll be empowered to seize opportunities and create your own path to success. Remember, even small steps can lead to big results. You don't have to master everything overnight. Start where you are, with what you have, and commit to learning every day. Take this to heart. Your financial success isn't determined by how much money you make, but by how much you know and how well you use that knowledge. The time to start is now. Begin building your financial IQ today, and watch as the doors to wealth and freedom open before you. What financial lesson will you learn today? Share your thoughts in the comments section. Lesson 3. Mind your own business. Build something that belongs to you. One of the most striking lessons from Rich Dad Poor Dad is the idea of minding your own business. While most people focus on climbing the corporate ladder or working for someone else, Rich Dad emphasized the importance of building and owning assets that generate income and grow over time. Rich Dad explained that many individuals confuse their profession with their business. For example, a doctor might think their medical practice is their business, but if they rely solely on their active work to generate income, they're simply employed by their profession. True business ownership means creating or investing in income-generating assets that operate independently of your time and energy. Poor Dad believed in job security and working hard for promotions, but Rich Dad encouraged a shift in focus. His advice was simple: don't just work to earn a paycheck, work to build your own empire. Minding your own business doesn't mean quitting your job tomorrow. It means using your job as a stepping stone to build wealth that you truly own. How you can apply this today? Start by asking yourself, what am I building for myself? Even if you're employed, think of your job as a means to fund your dreams, not as the end goal. The goal is to gradually transition from working for money to having money work for you. Begin small. Look for opportunities to create assets that generate passive income. If you're passionate about something, consider turning it into a side hustle or a small business. For instance, if you're good at graphic design, you could start freelancing or selling digital products online. Over time, these small ventures can grow into significant income streams. Investing is another powerful way to mind your own business. Whether it's in stocks, mutual funds, real estate, or even starting a retirement account, these investments can grow and create wealth independently of your day-to-day efforts. Imagine this. Each investment or small business you start is like planting a tree. At first, it takes time and effort to nurture, but as it grows, it starts bearing fruit without constant attention. The earlier you start planting, the sooner you'll enjoy the harvest. Don't be discouraged if you're starting small. Remember, even the wealthiest entrepreneurs began with just an idea or a single step. The key is consistency and a willingness to learn and adapt. Motivational insight. Your job may pay your bills, but it's your business that will build your future. When you focus on creating assets, you shift from being dependent on an employer to being in control of your financial destiny. This is more than just a financial strategy, it's a mindset. When you start seeing yourself as a wealth creator, you begin to recognize opportunities everywhere. Every hour you spend building your business or learning about investments is a step closer to financial freedom. Let this be your guiding principle. Every great empire starts with a single brick. What are you building today that will stand strong tomorrow? Your journey to financial independence begins with the decision to mind your own business. Start small, stay consistent, and keep moving forward. What's your dream business idea or asset? Share it in the comments section. Lesson 4. The power of financial literacy. It's not how much money you make, it's how much you keep and grow that matters. Many people think the key to wealth is earning more money, but Rich Dad taught Kiyosaki a profound truth. Financial literacy, the ability to understand and manage money effectively, is what separates the rich from the poor. Without financial knowledge, even a high income can lead to financial ruin. Rich Dad explained that most people focus solely on working for money, but never learn how to make money work for them. They don't understand critical financial concepts like assets, liabilities, cash flow, and investing. As a result, they fall into the trap of spending every dollar they earn, often on liabilities that drain their wealth rather than growing it. On the other hand, the financially literate focus on increasing their financial intelligence. They learn how to analyze opportunities, reduce taxes, and maximize their investments. They understand how to use the money they have to create more wealth, achieving financial independence over time. How you can apply this today? The first step to improving your financial literacy is committing to learning. Start by understanding the basics of personal finance, such as 1. Assets versus liabilities. Assets put money in your pocket. Liabilities take money out. For example, a rental property that earns you monthly income is an asset, while an expensive car that requires maintenance and insurance is a liability. 2. Cash flow management. Learn to track where your money is going. Create a budget that prioritizes saving and investing over unnecessary expenses. 3. Investment basics. Educate yourself on investment options like stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and real estate. You don't need to become an expert overnight, but understanding the potential risks and rewards can help you make informed decisions. Start small. If you've never budgeted before, download a simple app or create a spreadsheet to track your income and expenses. Once you've mastered budgeting, move on to building an emergency fund and exploring investment opportunities. For example, if you save $100 per month, you could start investing in low-cost index funds or contributing to a retirement account. Over time, the power of compounding will grow that small amount into significant wealth. Rich Dad also emphasized the importance of understanding taxes. Many people lose a large portion of their income to taxes simply because they don't know how to reduce their tax burden legally. Research ways to optimize your tax strategy, such as contributing to tax-advantaged accounts or leveraging deductions for small business expenses. Imagine your financial literacy as a toolbox. The more tools, knowledge you have, the better equipped you are to handle any financial challenge or opportunity that comes your way. Motivational insight. Financial literacy is a superpower that anyone can develop. It's not about where you start, it's about the actions you take to improve. Even if you feel overwhelmed by the idea of learning about money, remember that every expert was once a beginner. Think of financial literacy as a key to unlock the life you've always dreamed of. When you understand how money works, you're no longer controlled by it. Instead, you gain the confidence and skills to control your financial future. As Rich Dad said, "Money without financial intelligence is money soon gone. But with financial intelligence, you can turn even small amounts into life-changing wealth." Start today. Pick up a book on personal finance, listen to a podcast, or watch videos like this one to build your knowledge. The more you learn, the more empowered you'll become. How are you improving your financial literacy? Let us know in the comments section. Lesson 5. Understand taxes and the power of corporations. The rich leverage the system. The rest are trapped by it. One of the most eye-opening lessons from Rich Dad Poor Dad is the idea that understanding taxes and the power of corporations is critical to building wealth. Rich Dad revealed that the wealthy use their knowledge of tax laws and corporate structures to protect their income and grow their assets, while most people unknowingly pay more than they need to in taxes. Poor Dad saw taxes as an unavoidable burden, believing that the government would use them to help society. In contrast, Rich Dad taught that taxes were originally designed to penalize the wealthy but ended up affecting the middle class the most. The wealthy, however, learned how to legally reduce their tax burden by taking advantage of tax laws and corporate benefits. A corporation, Rich Dad explained, is one of the most powerful tools for building wealth. While individuals are taxed on their income before they can spend it, corporations earn money, spend on expenses, and then pay taxes on what's left. This simple yet profound difference allows the wealthy to keep more of their money and reinvest it to create even greater wealth. How you can apply this today? First, understand that you don't have to be rich to start benefiting from tax advantages or to set up a corporation. With the right financial education, anyone can begin using these strategies. 1. Educate yourself on tax laws. Take the time to learn the basics of your local tax system. Research deductions, credits, and allowances you may qualify for, such as expenses related to education, healthcare, or small business operations. 2. Start small with side hustles. If you have a side hustle or small business, consider setting up a legal entity, such as an LLC or corporation. These structures allow you to deduct legitimate business expenses like office supplies, internet costs, or travel from your income before paying taxes. 3. Work with professionals. Don't hesitate to seek advice from accountants or tax professionals. They can help you identify opportunities to optimize your tax strategy, ensuring you keep more of what you earn. 4. Reinvest tax savings. Use the money you save on taxes to invest in assets like stocks, real estate, or a business. Over time, these investments will grow and generate more income, further compounding your wealth. For example, imagine you start a small graphic design business on the side and set it up as an LLC. You can now deduct expenses like software subscriptions, office space, and even a portion of your home utility bills if you work from home. This not only reduces your taxable income, but also allows you to reinvest the savings into growing your business or building other assets. Motivational insight. Understanding taxes and using the power of corporations isn't just for the ultra-wealthy. It's for anyone willing to learn and take action. When you grasp these concepts, you're no longer a victim of the system. You become a master of it. Think of taxes as one of the biggest expenses in your life. The difference between financial struggle and financial freedom often lies in how well you manage this expense. By learning how the wealthy approach taxes, you can shift from feeling burdened to feeling empowered. Rich Dad's wisdom rings true. It's not how much money you make, but how much money you keep and how hard it works for you. The more you save through smart tax strategies, the more resources you have to build the future you deserve. Imagine the sense of control you'll feel when you're no longer overpaying taxes and instead using that money to grow your wealth. It's not about avoiding taxes. It's about understanding the rules and playing the game wisely. So, what steps will you take today to start using the system to your advantage? Let us know in the comments section. Lesson 6. Work to learn. Don't work for money. Focus on acquiring skills, not just a paycheck. One of the most profound lessons Rich Dad shared was that life is the greatest teacher. Too often, people settle into careers where they work purely for money, sacrificing growth and learning opportunities. Rich Dad believed this mindset was limiting and prevented individuals from reaching their full potential. Instead, he encouraged Kiyosaki to view every job as a chance to learn skills that would benefit him in the long term, rather than just focusing on the short-term paycheck. Poor Dad followed the traditional path of seeking job security and higher pay, believing this was the route to financial success. Rich Dad, however, emphasized that learning skills such as sales, negotiation, marketing, and leadership was far more valuable than earning a higher salary. He understood that these skills are the building blocks of wealth creation and can be applied in countless ways, whether starting a business or making strategic investments. Rich Dad's mantra was clear: don't work for money, work to learn. This mindset shift empowers you to see your job as a stepping stone, not a destination. It's about playing the long game, acquiring knowledge and expertise that will serve you for life. How you can apply this today? The first step is to assess your current job or career. Are you in a position where you're learning and growing? If not, consider ways to align your work with your long-term goals. 1. Identify skills you want to learn. Make a list of skills that will help you achieve financial independence. These might include communication, marketing, sales, investing, or even technical skills like coding or design. 2. Seek jobs that offer growth. Don't just look for jobs that pay well. Look for opportunities to acquire the skills you need. For instance, if you want to start your own business, consider working in sales or customer service to learn how to interact with clients effectively. 3. Take on challenges. Volunteer for projects or roles outside your comfort zone. These experiences may feel intimidating at first, but they often lead to the greatest growth. For example, taking on a leadership role can teach you how to manage people and projects, critical skills for any entrepreneur or investor. 4. Invest in yourself. Learning doesn't have to come from your job alone. Attend workshops, take online courses, or read books on topics you want to master. Platforms like Coursera, Udemy, and LinkedIn Learning offer affordable ways to build new skills. Imagine this. Each skill you learn is like a tool in your toolbox. The more tools you have, the more opportunities you can create for yourself. Over time, these skills will compound, giving you the ability to navigate challenges and seize opportunities that others might miss. Motivational insight. Your greatest asset isn't your job, your car, or your bank account. It's your mind. The more you invest in learning, the more valuable you become. Think of it this way. Every job, task, or challenge you take on is a stepping stone to your ultimate success. Even if a job doesn't pay much, the skills you gain can be worth far more than the paycheck. You're building a foundation for the future, one experience at a time. Rich Dad's wisdom reminds us, the more skills you have, the fewer limits you face. By focusing on learning over earning, you gain the freedom to create wealth on your terms. Picture yourself 10 years from now, equipped with a wealth of knowledge and skills, confidently navigating life's challenges and opportunities. That vision is within reach if you commit to learning today. What new skill will you work on this week? Share your plans in the comments section. Lesson 7. Overcome obstacles to financial success. The biggest barriers to financial success are internal: fear, cynicism, laziness, bad habits, and arrogance. Conquer these, and the road to wealth becomes clear. Rich Dad believed that achieving financial success requires more than just knowledge or hard work. It demands the courage to confront and overcome the mental and emotional obstacles that hold most people back. While financial literacy is vital, it's our mindset and attitudes that ultimately determine our financial destiny. Poor Dad was often paralyzed by fear. The fear of losing money, fear of taking risks, and fear of stepping outside his comfort zone. Rich Dad taught Kiyosaki that these fears are normal, but the difference between the rich and the poor lies in how they deal with them. The wealthy don't let fear stop them. They use it as motivation to learn, grow, and take calculated risks. Rich Dad also identified cynicism, laziness, bad habits, and arrogance as other common barriers. Cynicism causes people to doubt opportunities and talk themselves out of success. Laziness manifests not just as inactivity but as misplaced priorities, choosing comfort over long-term goals. Bad habits, like overspending or failing to save, undermine financial growth. And arrogance prevents people from learning new things, especially when it comes to money. How you can apply this today? Conquering these internal obstacles requires self-awareness and deliberate action. Here's how you can tackle each one. 1. Fear. Fear of failure or loss is natural, but it shouldn't dictate your decisions. Start by reframing failure as a learning experience. For example, if you're hesitant to invest because you're afraid of losing money, begin with small, manageable amounts. Educate yourself about the risks and rewards of investing, and remember that every successful investor has faced losses. It's part of the journey. Instead of avoiding fear, lean into it. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Often, the reality isn't as frightening as we imagine. Then, take small steps forward despite your fear. Over time, this builds confidence and resilience. 2. Cynicism. Doubt can be a healthy way to question opportunities, but too much cynicism leads to inaction. Replace doubt with research. If you're unsure about an investment or business idea, take the time to gather information and seek advice from experts. Remember, the best opportunities often seem risky or uncertain at first. Rich Dad taught that a curious and open mind is essential for spotting hidden potential. 3. Laziness. Combat laziness by prioritizing your goals. Instead of saying, "I can't afford this," ask yourself, "How can I afford this?" This simple mindset shift transforms laziness into creativity and problem solving. For instance, if you want to save for an investment but feel overwhelmed, start by identifying unnecessary expenses you can cut. Use that extra money to fund your goals. 4. Bad habits. Take an honest look at your financial habits. Are you overspending on things you don't need? Are you procrastinating on important tasks like budgeting or investing? Start by changing one habit at a time. For example, if you struggle to save money, automate your savings so a portion of your income goes directly into a separate account. Small, consistent actions lead to lasting change. 5. Arrogance. The moment you think you know everything, you stop growing. Stay humble and curious. Be willing to seek advice, read books, and learn from others. Even the most successful people understand the importance of lifelong learning. Motivational insight. The obstacles you face on the path to financial success aren't roadblocks, they're stepping stones. Every challenge, whether it's fear, doubt, or bad habits, is an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. Rich Dad's wisdom reminds us, the most successful people aren't those without fear or flaws, they're those who overcome them. By facing your internal barriers head-on, you unlock your true potential. Imagine a life where fear no longer holds you back, where you approach opportunities with confidence, and where your habits align with your goals. That life is within your reach. It starts with the decision to take control of your mindset and actions today. What obstacles are you overcoming on your journey to financial success? Share your story in the comments section. Lesson 8. The importance of taking action. Knowledge alone isn't enough. Action is the bridge between dreams and reality. Rich Dad consistently emphasized that the difference between those who achieve financial freedom and those who don't lies in their ability to take action. While learning about money, investing, and business is essential, it's meaningless without execution. Many people have grand ideas, but fear, procrastination, or a lack of confidence stops them from moving forward. Poor Dad spent his life accumulating degrees and qualifications but hesitated to act on opportunities, often paralyzed by the fear of failure. Rich Dad, on the other hand, believed in starting small, learning from mistakes, and growing along the way. He taught that the best education comes from experience and that taking calculated risks is the only way to achieve success. Rich Dad's mantra was simple yet powerful. Stop talking. Start doing. Dreams remain dreams unless you take that first step toward making them a reality. How you can apply this today? Taking action doesn't mean making reckless decisions. It means committing to progress and learning as you go. Here's how you can begin. 1. Start small, but start now. You don't need a perfect plan to begin. If you've been thinking about investing, start with a small amount. Platforms like fractional stock trading or micro-investing apps make it easy to dip your toes into the market without significant risk. For example, if you've been considering real estate, start by researching your local market, attending seminars, or exploring options like real estate crowdfunding. Every small step you take builds momentum and confidence. 2. Set clear goals and deadlines. Write down specific, actionable goals. For instance, instead of saying, "I want to be financially free someday," say, "I will save $10,000 for my first investment within 2 years by cutting unnecessary expenses and increasing my income." Break larger goals into smaller milestones and set deadlines to keep yourself accountable. 3. Embrace the fear of failure. Understand that mistakes are part of the journey. Instead of fearing failure, view it as feedback. Each setback is a lesson that brings you closer to success. Ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen? Often, the risks we fear most are manageable and worth taking. Rich Dad often said, "Winners are not afraid of losing, but losers are." Failure is part of the process of success. Every successful entrepreneur, investor, or creator has stories of failures that taught them invaluable lessons. 4. Seek mentorship and support. Surround yourself with people who inspire and challenge you. A mentor can guide you through the process, offering insights from their own experiences. Additionally, being part of a community with similar goals can keep you motivated and accountable. 5. Make learning a daily habit. While action is critical, continuous learning sharpens your decision-making. Dedicate time each day to expand your knowledge. Read books, listen to podcasts, or take courses on personal finance, investing, and entrepreneurship. Motivational insight. Action transforms potential into power. The world is filled with people who dream of success but never take the first step. By choosing to act, you set yourself apart from the majority and align yourself with the doers. The people who create wealth, build legacies, and inspire others. Rich Dad's wisdom reminds us, a plan is only good if it's implemented. Imagine the opportunities you could unlock if you decided today to act on your ideas, even in small ways. Picture yourself looking back a year from now, proud of the progress you've made because you took that first step. Success doesn't happen overnight, but it also doesn't happen at all if you wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. What action will you take today to move closer to your goals? Share it in the comments section. Conclusion. Thank you for joining us as we explored the powerful lessons of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Each of these principles is a stepping stone to financial freedom and personal growth. Now it's your turn to apply these lessons and take control of your financial destiny. If this video inspired you, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Motivation for Everyday Living. Your journey to mastering wealth and success starts today, and we're here to support you every step of the way. See you in the next video.